Okay, Sean, tell me when you're ready.
Go.
I'm already going?
Yes.
All right, let's do this. Okay, my name is Valandra Fleets, and I'm the Career Services Coordinator here at Pima Medical Institute. And my department is the department that is going to assist you guys with professional development throughout your time here at Pima Medical Institute. And then we're going to place you on externship once you are finished with all of your didactic courses. After that, if you don't happen to get hired on at your externship site, we are also the department that helps you find a job. And I always tell everybody, I know that you didn't spend all of this money on school just to go back home and watch Jerry Springer and Pima commercials. So, we want you to get the job. In the end, the most important thing is changing your life and getting a job. And this is definitely going to help you on your way. So, programmatic, licensure, and budgeting. First thing that we want to talk about is terminology. So, if you guys are coming to Pima Medical Institute and you're getting a certificate, it means that you are obtaining a certificate from a program at Pima Medical Institute and you've successfully completed your course. So, dental assistant certificate, medical administrative assistant certificate, medical assistant certificate, pharmacy technician certificate, or a veterinary assistant certificate, versus certification. Certification includes an experience and education component and requires passing an exam. In addition, certification requires recertification, which ensures that practitioners are staying current in their field by continuing their education. So, when you guys are doing your resumes, and you guys are going to get that a little bit later on during your course sequence, we don't want to see certified dental assistant yet because you have to take an exam in order to become certified. Certified medical administrative assistant, certified medical assistant, certified pharmacy technician. Currently, there are no certifications required to work as a veterinary assistant, but the vet assistant instructor will go over with options that you guys have to continue education in your field. So, what are some of the reasons that we want you guys to get certified? Well, certifications are required to work in your chosen career field. So you guys coming to PMI, getting an education and getting that certificate once you're finished, it doesn't stop there. With some of our programs, if you don't go on to get a certification, you're not going to be able to work in your field. And every single field varies. So what's required of, say, a dental assistant may not be required of a pharmacy technician. And sometimes you have a different amount of time to get that certification, but we want to encourage you guys to get that either while you're in school or right after you finish your externship, because that's where the dollar bills are at. Next up, certifications make you more attractive to employers, and certifications contribute to higher starting salaries. So tell me, who is sitting next to somebody that's in the same program? What are you guys?
Medical assistant.
So all three of you guys are medical assistants. What's your name?
Onyx.
Onyx?
Yeah.
Love it. Onyx. Okay, so Onyx goes, she finishes her program, and she decides to get her certification as a medical assistant. You two say, you know what? I'm just going to go get me a job. That's what I want to do right now. I'm not focused on taking that test. So all three of you guys interview for the same position. Who do you think is going to look a little bit more attractive to that employer? Onyx. Onyx is going to look more attractive because, and Onyx might get paid a little bit more because she's certified. So I want you guys to think and look around the room, because this is your competition. And you want to make sure that you are, I see you laughing back there, but yeah, he's your competition. So make sure that you guys are doing everything you can to look a little bit better than the competition. Next up, your education doesn't stop after you finish your program. Like I said before, certification requires recertification to ensure that practitioners stay current in their field through continuing education. And I mean, if you just think about it, think about how many medical assistants that have been out in the field for 10 years, 15 years. Them keeping up with their certifications is comforting to me, because I know that they're staying current with what they need to know in their job. Did I skip something? Show me the money. This is one of my favorite parts, because this is what myself and my team are measured on. And I don't know if you guys can see these numbers too quick, but I'm going to give you a really good example. So like I said before, our job is to ensure that you guys are prepared professionally to get a job, and then to assist you with finding a job once you finish your program. And for our last year, we placed over 80% of our graduates in jobs. And a lot of those came from externship, which is always good. We want to see you guys go out to externship and do such an amazing job that your site decides to hire you. But what I can tell you about our numbers, and I always tend to use dental assistant as an example, and not counting the students that just fell off the map that didn't stay in contact with us, because there very well could be some of these students that are working, but in particular for the dental assistants that are not working, they didn't go on and get their certification. So we want to encourage you guys now to make sure that you're getting those certifications. And I mean all but one. So there's 14 people that didn't end up getting a job, and all but one that we don't know about didn't go on to get their certification. Bless you.
Thank you.
So it makes a huge difference, and that's just giving you a quick example. I went in and pulled job leads from Monster.com, Indeed.com, Craigslist, and if you look, these are the requirements for a dental assistant that they're looking to hire. They want to make sure that that person has their New Mexico radiology license. Next. Certified to take x-rays. Must be certified. And if you look, they're looking for somebody starting out and they're willing to pay them $17 an hour, but they need to be certified. And that's not to say that all jobs are going to start off that high, but just to give you an example of what you could be making if you go on to get your certification. Next one, they're looking for a medical assistant. Right there, they want them to be certified. This one, and they're asking for additional certifications for this one. I believe this was a medical assistant. They want them to have a diploma from an accredited school, which is PMI. You guys are going to get your certificate, but a certification from an American Association of Medical Assistants, and then they're asking for CPR certification and an EKG certification, and also an HIV certification. So all of those you definitely can get, and we do offer the EKG certification here on ground, as well as the certified medical assistant through the NHA. And you guys are going to learn more about that if you're a medical assistant. Next one, in big, bold caps, certified pharmacy technician. And they're looking to start somebody immediately. So that's just to give you guys an idea of the type of job leads that are out there and what employers are looking for. Licensing, and if you guys could just pull out a piece of paper real quick, I do want you guys to write down the pertinent information for your particular program. So I know that we don't have any medical administrative assistants in here right now, so we'll skip over that one. This is the part where we're going to break down exactly what you need for your certification exams, depending on what your program is. Okay, so how many dental assistants do we have in the room? 3 or 4 of you guys? Okay, so what you guys are going to need is your DANDY, which is the Dental Assistant National Board, and you're going to need your RHS license, which is the Radiation Health and Safety exam. For medical assistants, and this one is a little bit more interesting because sometime in the near future, and the original date that we were given was by the end of 2016, all medical assistants are going to be required to have that certification in order to work in their field. So right now we have a lot of employers that are requiring their medical assistants to come and take an exam to get certified, and we have some that are scrambling at the end because if they don't pass that test, they can't keep their job. So for us, with new graduates, sometimes it's a good thing because we're seeing a lot more medical assistant jobs lately because they want you to be certified, and that's why we're encouraging you to get certified before you finish your externship. But just know it will be required for you to have that certification in order to work as a medical assistant. For pharmacy technicians, you guys need your PTCB, which is the Pharmacy Technician Certification Board exam, and you need your Board of Pharmacy license. Okay? And now let's go over the cost, sorry. Skipping really fast. Okay, so for dental assistants, your total cost is going to be $175. For medical assistants, $149 for the MA certification exam. If you're wanting to do the optional certifications, which are phlebotomy and EKG, it's an additional cost of $210, $105 for each one of those exams. For pharmacy technicians, it's $129 for the PTCB, plus $30 for the Board of Pharmacy license. How many pharmacy technicians do we have? 2? And I'm assuming the rest are medical assistants. Raise your hand. Oh, hey, medical assistants. All right. Everybody got that written down? What's required for your particular program? Okay. So, budgeting. He who fails to plan plans to fail. Makes sense, right? You got to plan ahead with this. The first thing is figuring out, okay, what is your goal? So we already know what the goal is because you guys just wrote that down, right? Everybody wrote down what's required for their program. If you always have your end goal in mind, taking the necessary steps to get there will be easy, but you have to plan ahead. So, getting there, dental assistants, and again, I want you to write this down. Weekly savings for your certifications or licensure, $7.29. And this is based on a 6-month period, so by the time you finish your program, you'll have what you need to take your certification exams. The bi-weekly savings would be $14.58, and monthly savings, $29.16. Everybody got that? Or do my dental assistants have that? Okay. Skip medical admin. For medical assistants, the weekly savings is $6.21. Bi-weekly is $12.42. And monthly savings is $24.84. If you're wanting to get that phlebotomy and EKG certification, this is the cost breakdown for what you would need to save per week, bi-weekly, and per month. If you guys want to write those down. And again, getting those certifications isn't going to do anything but beef up your resume and make you more attractive to employers. So we definitely encourage medical assistants to get all of the certifications that are available to you. Next one, pharmacy technicians. Your weekly savings is $6.63. Bi-weekly savings, $13.26. And monthly savings, $26.52. You got that fun text? Okay, so where do we start? And this is my favorite part. Hello. Okay, how much does a venti caramel macchiato cost? Anybody? $5.38. That's how much it costs. And for some of you guys who have a weekly savings of $6 or $7, you can do it with a Starbucks drink. And how many times might we go do that in a week? Raise your hand if you have a Look, I see you shaking your head, yeah. Raise your hand if you have a Starbucks fetish. Look at you guys drinking up your certifications. So this is what I'm talking about. So rather than going to Starbucks and giving them that $5.38 for that venti caramel macchiato, set it aside at least one of those times and save it for your certification. It makes a big difference. Next. You can't do that anymore. You're in the medical field. You can't wear those nails anymore. That's a good if you're getting gel. A gel finish, that's a good $40 plus tip. So skip that. Sorry, ladies.
No.
Hey,
No.
Nobody does that?
We can't give that up though.
You can't give, okay,
No.
but listen, have your cousin do it at home.
No.
Right?
No.
If you guys want to get those eyebrows looking good, right, Annette? She said we can't give up the eyebrows, but you can give up a Starbucks and the nails?
Yeah, just
Okay, so we're making progress. I'm not saying you have to give up everything, okay? What about getting your hair done?
I don't get my hair done.
You don't get it
I don't
done?
know.
Okay, we'll skip that one. Again, cousin at home, little, go to Walmart, get the box stuff, Sally's. I'm just saying, guys. Huh? Shoe fetish? Anybody?
Not heels.
You can't give up the heels, but what about giving up one pair of shoes? How much would you pay for a good pair of shoes?
I pay like $200.
We pay a lot of money for shoes. And I know that we do. I used to have a membership to Shoe Dazzle. What do you pay, like $45 a month for, and they send you a pair that fits your profile? Just cut one of those out and you're getting a little bit closer to your certification. What about that latest and greatest iPhone? Just use the flip phone for a little while.
I kind of want one, to be honest.
While you're in school.
I kind of want one.
What is that, the Note? iPhone 6? We don't need that. What about the fellas? Who likes a nice fresh pair of J's?
That's me.
Okay, and I'm going to tell you guys, I had an experience with this over Christmas. My nephew wanted a pair of 1172 10s. Do you want to know how much those things cost?
200.
They were $210, but they were sold out. So I get online thinking, okay, I'm going to order him a pair. And even then, $210 for a kid for a pair of shoes? They're on eBay for almost $1,000. Are you guys walking around on your certifications? Who is? She might be $200 for a pair of shoes. I'm not paying $200 for a pair of Jordans, but if you want to, get certified first, and then go buy your pair of Jordans. Anybody like to smell good? How much do you spend on a good bottle of cologne? $100. Listen, that's almost all you need for your certification. Pharmacy tech, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so stop it. Listen, you know what you do? You go to Walmart and buy the knockoff, just for a little while, just till you finish school. Eh? 22s? Yeah? No? Or yeah? No? Okay. I know how much these things cost, and I'm like, if you guys can keep up with your car that way, get some 10s and keep them clean. You don't need the 22s. What about taking somebody out on a nice date? By the time you leave the movie theater, you spent $45 on popcorn? Netflix and chill, right? Let's just do Netflix, okay? Dave & Buster's, I took my family here. By the time we left, we spent $150. Don't do it. Okay, so, and I know that it's joking around, but it's just really to get you guys to start thinking, where does my money go? Because I know that you might, get a little bit of cash in your pocket. I know it's tax time. People are going to get their taxes back. Put your certification money to the side, okay? So what I'm going to do is give you guys a budgeting worksheet. I don't want you guys, will you pass these out to me, Annette? I don't want you guys to fill, what happened? I don't want you guys to fill them out and put actual dollar amounts on them. These are just for you to start thinking about, what is my monthly income or bi-weekly income? How much is going out and how much is coming in? What do I have to allot for different bills a month, so you know if that weekly or bi-weekly or monthly savings plan for your certifications is doable or not. So we just want you to start to think about it. And you guys already know a few places that you could probably cut back so that you can start saving for those certifications. So if we get to the end and you guys come to me and say, Valandra, I really want to get this job, but I just don't have the money for the certification, I'm going to say, how many times did you go to Starbucks in a week? Did you go buy that $200 pair of shoes? Did you get those 1172 10s? Those Jordans that cost $1,000 on eBay right now? It's just crazy to me. So for instance,
to do this when we get to that point?
Oh, definitely. So for instance, pharmacy technicians, your instructor will talk to you about taking your PTCB the entire time you're in school. And then once you get to your junior sequence, you'll have an opportunity to pay for the exam and schedule it. And you can schedule it for during your externship or after your externship, but the goal is to have that PTCB taken by the time you start looking for a job. Okay? For dental assistants, it's a little bit different with that radiography piece because employers want you to have that for externship. And I'll tell you, our externship to hire ratios specifically for dental assistants is really high because a lot of our dental assistants are now going out with that certification. So if you already have your radiography license, you're able to take x-rays, you're much more of an asset to an office if you have that. So we want you to have that before you start externship. Any other questions?
One more.
Yeah.
Do you prep us, like, do we have pre-tests we can study before we go take the
Absolutely.
licensure test?
Are you a medical assistant? For medical assistants specifically, our lead instructor, her name is Bonnie Nolan. She does study groups and has developed a study guide to assist you with studying for the exam.
What about the pharmacy techs?
As far as study groups?
Yeah.
Yes, Career Services, Annette, who is the advisor for our pharmacy technician program, she schedules PTCB reviews for the pharmacy technicians. But I'll tell you now, our instructor also will give you some of that during class so that by the time you get to the externship portion, you guys are prepared to take the exam. Yeah. It's one of the things that we put a lot of focus on because we want you guys to be prepared when it's time to get a job.
So with the externship, do we get to pick where we want to go, or do
No. She asked if she could pick where she wants to go. You can definitely give us suggestions as to where you'd like to go for externship, and we will take all of your suggestions.
But you won't go.
But we are the eHarmony of externships. We match you guys. You guys think I'm joking, but this is serious. We take this very seriously. We match you guys to sites because we want to make sure that you have the highest possible chance of getting a job afterwards.
Okay.
And it's not a guarantee that you will, but we know what our employers are looking for, and we take the time to get to know you guys throughout your program by doing workshops, by talking to your instructors, by communicating with you guys, getting to know you. You'll go through a mock interview process so that we can match you with the best site possible. Okay? You like that answer. I know you do. But if you're interested in going somewhere, by all means, let us know.
Are the tests on computers or paper?
Yeah, I think there's always an option to take a paper test, but all of them are computer-based. Yeah.
So every certification is through a different company, correct?
It depends. Like the one for medical administrative assistants, the EKG, phlebotomy, CCMA for medical assistants, those are all through the same, we do them through the same credentialing body, which is NHA, but there are others. And we're not saying that you're locked into doing it with the one that we endorse, but we know what the employers in our community prefer. So those are the ones that we recommend that you take.
So we would take them here?
For MAs, we do it on ground. The PTCB, it's done at an off-site testing facility.
Okay.
Same with and then the Danby, we do the state exam here, but it's also done off-site, the written test for dental assistants. You guys are DAs, right?
No, MAs.
Oh, you're MAs. Where are my dental assistants again? Okay.
So for MA, say I want to get certified in radiology as well. Who do I go to student services? Do I go to registration?
There's no requirement for radiography for medical assistant, but some of the other certifications that do apply, like EKG or phlebotomy, just talk to your instructor about it and they'll let you know what the testing dates are. Okay? Any other questions? No? Good questions, guys. I told you, you couldn't resist. You have a good presenter, you know? If you guys ever have questions about anything, though, seriously, come to Career Services. If you're wanting to open up a ledger, just go talk to Jamie at the front desk and she'll get it started for you. For all of the dental assistants in the room, what you definitely want to do when you know who your didactic instructor is, talk to them to see where your radiography sequence falls, because they always want you to take your radiology exam right after radiography. So you want to know when it is, so you know what kind of timeline you have to start saving. Okay? But start saving now. Today's the day. Don't go get that Starbucks. Don't go get that cologne. Don't go get that iPhone 7, 8, 9. I'm done.